October 1st, 2023. Daily Bread. Passage: Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1 to verse 7. Key verse 7. Title: The Fear of the Lord. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Daily Bread Message. Introduction to Proverbs. Proverbs, for the most part, was written by King Solomon. When Solomon became king, he did not ask for wealth and power. He asked God to give him wisdom, so that he could be a good shepherd for God's people. God was pleased and gave him wisdom, and power and wealth as well. The Proverbs reflect his wisdom. Solomon himself did not follow his own advice. He gave his heart to many foreign wives, and sowed the seed of idolatry among his people. A proverb is a short, wise statement that expresses some truth about human behavior. The wisdom of Solomon taught in this book is not just good advice based on human common sense. It rests on the fear of God. He says in chapter 9, verse 10, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." The stated purpose of the book is to help young people, quote, acquire a disciplined and prudent life by doing what is right and just and fair, end quote. It is to give, quote, prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the young, end quote, and to add to the knowledge of the wise. The first 9 chapters are directed to young men and warn about the temptations of money and immoral women. In these chapters, wisdom and folly are personified. The rewards of following the way of wisdom and the consequences of following the way of folly are well defined. This passage introduces the theme of Proverbs. It was written by King Solomon, David's successor, who asked God for wisdom to shepherd his people. God blessed him with wisdom, and he was known as the wisest man on earth. Solomon shares his godly wisdom in Proverbs. Godly wisdom helps us to live prudent and righteous lives. We need godly wisdom to be able to rise above our sinful nature and worldly trends and ideologies. The simple tend to be young people who are wide open in their minds and hearts. Without wisdom, they can fall into a pit or trap. The simple need prudence to channel their lives and to behave in a right and just way. Godly wisdom protects people to live discreetly. If you don't know what to do, study Proverbs to gain wisdom. Those who are wise can add to their wisdom. Those who are discerning can have keener insight. We all, young and old, need wisdom. The secret to and beginning of wisdom is the fear of God. Then, when we fear God and honor God as God in our lives, we can have His Spirit to guide us with wisdom. The mark of a fool is that he despises godly wisdom and instruction. The fool follows his own faulty understanding and thinks he knows what is best. Prayer. Father, thank you for giving us wisdom when we fear you and seek from you what is right. One word: fear God and receive wisdom.